Dear students, I'm Bhavani Shankar. Very good morning to all of you. And today we are going to start chapter number 5, that is Minerals and Rocks. Part first, that is Fundamentals of Physical Geography. In this chapter, we are going to discuss major types of rocks and their characteristics. First, first, what do you understand by rock? So, rock is an aggregate. Aggregate means mixture compound of one or more minerals. And what do you understand by minerals? What mineral mean? Mineral is a organic or inorganic material that having a definite chemical composition or physical properties. Our earth crust is made up of rocks. Rocks may be soft, like the example is soapstone. Soapstone is a soft rock, while the granite is a hard rock. Rock also varied in colors, like gabbro is a black, while the quartzite is a milky white in color. The field or the science which study the rocks, their characteristics, types of rocks, that all came under the petrology. So petrology is the study or science of rock in which the petrologists study different types of rocks, their characteristics, their chemical composition, and physical properties. Our next topic, that is types of rock. Types of rock means that how many types of rocks. So on the basis of mode of formation, that how the rock is formed, we कैसे बनी है वो, उसके बेसिस पे if I'm अगर मैं बात करूं तो हमारी rocks जो हैं वो कितने types की हो जाती हैं? 3 types on the basis of mode of formation. The first one, that is igneous rock. The second one, that is sedimentary rock, and the third one, which is metamorphic rock. So this classification is on the basis of mode of formation. So the igneous rock is formed as its name indicating that igneous rock, igneous means fire. So this rock is formed from the molten magma. Molten magma, here molten means thick liquid. So this rock formation is from molten magma. Molten magma cools and solidifies and turn into igneous rock. The second one, that is sedimentary. Sedimentary word originated, the original word is sedimentum, and sedimentum means settling or deposition. So this rock is formed by the deposition. And deposition में भी कौन सा मटेरियल कहाँ से आया? मटेरियल वही igneous rock से आया. The igneous rock under the process of weathering and erosion. Weathering and erosions are exogenic processes by exogenic agent, erosional agent, that is water, wind, glacier. So these are some of the exogenic agents, or we can say erosional agents. So sedimentary rock is formed from igneous rock. If igneous rock under the effect of erosional factors fragmented or break into sediments, and then these sediments, when compacted under the process of lithification, then it turned into sedimentary rock. The next type of rock, that is metamorphic rock. Metamorphic itself means, the meaning of the word metamorphic is change in form, or we can say changeable. So when igneous rock under the process of metamorphism process is in which the rock reorganize and recrystalline itself from their original form and turn into other rock, that is metamorphic rock. So the igneous and sedimentary both rock, when go or through the process of metamorphism, turn into metamorphic rock. So this is the classification of rock on the basis of mode of formation. Igneous rock is formed by the cooling and solidification of molten magma. Sedimentary rock, that is formed by the sedimentary rock, that is formed by the deposition of sediments, and then the sediments compaction under the process of lithification. The next one that is metamorphic, and that rock is formed under the process of or through the process of metamorphism. What metamorphism means? Metamorphism that when rocks change or material change under the effect of PVT. Here P stands for pressure, V stands for volume, and T stands for temperature. Now we are going to discuss each rock in detail. The first one, that is igneous rock. As I already discussed with you, that it is formed by cooling and solidification of molten rock. Molten means, what do you understand by molten? Molten means thick liquid, and rock, molten rock means lava. We can say lava is in the form of thick liquid, either below the surface. It means when the igneous rock is formed in interior, not at the surface, then this type of igneous rock is known as intrusive igneous rock. On the other hand, when igneous rock is formed on the surface, in that case, it is known as extrusive igneous rock. So this is the further classification of igneous rock on the basis that where it is formed. If it is formed below the surface, in that case, it is known as intrusive igneous rock, and it is formed when it is formed on the surface. In that case, it is known as extrusive igneous rock. Intrusive means in means under, or extrusive means exit, that is bahar. Bahar here means यहाँ इसका meaning क्या हो जाएगा? That on the surface. Now the meaning or where this word originated. So igneous word is originated from the Latin word ignis, and ignis means fire. Fire here means heat. So it's somewhat made after the cooling and solidification of the heated magma. तो वो हीट फॉर्म में होता है, इसलिए जो है इग्नियस रॉक उसके कूलिंग और सॉलिडिफिकेशन से बन रहा है, तो यहाँ ये वर्ड इसके लिए लिया गया. Next thing, that is about the size of the particle. That if igneous rock is formed under the surface or below the surface, in that case, the size of the particles is somewhat bigger than the igneous rock that is formed on the surface. That is formed on the surface. When igneous rock that is formed on the surface, that is known as extrusive igneous rock, the size particles are somewhat smaller than the intrusive igneous rock. Now let's move to some of the examples of the igneous rock. The first one, that is granite. Second one, that is gabbro, pegmatite, basalt, volcanic breccia, tuff. So these are some of the example of igneous rocks. Now, what do you understand by which type of rock is tuff? Tuff is a light porous rock. Breccia means a rock composed of angular fragments. Okay, now let's move to the next rock, that is sedimentary rock. Sedimentary rock is formed by the deposition of fragments of rock by exogenic processes. Students, what do you understand by exogenous processes? Exogenous processes are those processes which occur on the surface of the rock, not in the interior. And those processes which occur in the interior of the earth, these are known as endogenic processes. So now it's clear what do you understand by exogenous processes and endogenous processes. So sedimentary rock is formed by the deposition of fragments, and that fragments are separated from the igneous rock under the process of erosion weathering. The word sediment is originated from Latin word sedimentum, and it means settling, that is deposition. Now the next one, that is the process by which sedimentary rock is formed. So only सिर्फ डिपॉजिट होने से कोई रॉक नहीं बन जाएगा, वो जब तक कॉम्पैक्ट फॉर्म में नहीं है, क्योंकि रॉक जो है सॉफ्ट है, हार्ड है, बट एटलीस्ट वो एक कॉम्पैक्ट फॉर्म में होता है. So that process which compacted the deposits of fragments that are already deposits That process is known as lithification. So lithification is the process by which the fragments which are separated from the igneous rock and deposited are compacted. Now, the next one, that is the further classification of the sedimentary rock on the basis of mode of formation. So the rocks, the sedimentary rocks which are formed by only the mechanical process, these are known as mechanically formed sedimentary rock, and the examples are sandstone, limestone, shale, loess, conglomerates. There are several examples of mechanically formed sedimentary rock. The next one, that is organically formed sedimentary rocks, where the fragments are somewhat organic in nature. In that case, the rock that is formed, that is organically formed sedimentary rock. Like these rocks are formed from the fossils. So the examples are coal, chalk, limestone, gisterite. So these are some of the examples of organically formed sedimentary rock. Now the next one, that is chemically formed sedimentary rocks. So chemically formed sedimentary rocks are those rocks in which the sediments somewhat react with each other chemically. So these rocks are chemically formed sedimentary rock, and the examples are chert, limestone, halite, potash. So these are some of the examples of chemically formed sedimentary rock. The next rock, that is metamorphic rock. Metamorphic rock, as its name indicating, that metamorphic rock means, or the metamorphic word means, change in form or changeable. So when igneous rock and sedimentary rock change under the process of metamorphism, it changes into metamorphic rock, or it turns into metamorphic rock. The meaning of the word metamorphic is change in form or changeable. What do you understand by metamorphism? So metamorphism is the process by which the rocks undergo reorganization and recrystallization within original rocks. That is the metamorphic process or metamorphism. And that is under the effect of PVT. When igneous and sedimentary rocks somewhat under the pressure, volume and high temperature, it turns into metamorphic rocks. Now there are several types of metamorphic rock. The first one, that is dynamic metamorphic rock. If the metamorphism occur, or in the formation of metamorphic rock, if there is no chemical change in the rock, if the particles are not chemically reacted with each other, in that case, that rock is known as dynamic metamorphism, and it is formed by the mechanical grinding. There is no chemical change in the rock. The next one, that is thermal metamorphism. If there is change in chemical composition of rock, then it came under the category of thermal metamorphism. Now, the thermal metamorphism is also further divided into two types. The first one, that is contact metamorphism, and the second one, that is regional metamorphism. As its name indicating, contact metamorphism means close. When the rocks change in form, when it come very close to the hot magma and lava. When it comes to the hot magma and lava, the temperature of the rock increase and it somewhat change into metamorphic rock. The second one, that is regional metamorphism, in which it occurs over a very large area, over a region. That's why the name is regional metamorphism. So other than the PVT, sometimes the plate movement, that is known as tectonic activities. There are tectonic activities in the interior of Earth also resulting in the change of igneous and sedimentary rock in their form. And that metamorphic rocks are came under the category of regional metamorphism, in which the rock changes due to tectonic activity. What do you understand by tectonic activity? Tectonic activity, that is the when one plate move along the another one, or the activities in the interior of the earth that is related to the plate movement. So these activities side by side with the high temperature, pressure, and both change the other rock or the primary rock into metamorphic rock, and this metamorphism process is known as regional metamorphism. Now the next one, that is foliation or lineation in metamorphic rock. You can see in this picture foliated metamorphic rock and non-foliated metamorphic rock. You can see in the picture that in foliated metamorphic rock, there is somewhat the mineral grains are arranged in layers or lines. But in non-foliated rock, you can't see any type of such layer and lines. So foliated metamorphic rocks are those in which the structure of the metamorphic rock is of thin layer, and the example is schist. On the other hand, the non-foliated are those which do not have layer or banded appearance. Banded appearance here also means bands means the layers. Now, what do you understand by banding or banded rocks? It is important for your objective type of paper. When material in metamorphic rocks are arranged in thin and thick layers, when it is arranged in thin and thick layer and which appearing in light and dark shade, you can see in this picture the thin and thick layers of the metamorphic rock is somewhat varied in color. The one layer which is dark, the one layer which is light, and that is the banding or banded rocks. So when material in metamorphic rocks are arranged in such type of manner, if it is arranged in which you can easily see the thin and thick layers and also the light and dark shades, this is known as banding or banded rocks. So this is absent in non-foliated metamorphic rock. Now some of the practice questions you have to do. That first one, that is name two types of thermal metamorphism, as we already discussed about the thermal metamorphism, and that is contact metamorphism and regional metamorphism, and you have to at least describe these two thermal metamorphism in detail. Next one, that is dash rocks are primary rocks. So which rocks are primary rock? So as we already discussed that the sedimentary rocks and metamorphic rock is formed by igneous rock. So ultimately the primary source of its formation is igneous rock, and igneous rock, that's why known as primary rocks. Now the next question, that is arrangement of minerals and grains in lines or layers in the metamorphic rock is known as dash or dash. So what we can say the arrangement of mineral or grains in layers or lines, that is foliation or lineation. We already discussed about the foliation or lineation. So foliation and lineation, that is the arrangement of minerals and grains in the metamorphic rock in lines or layers. Now the next one, that is sandstone, limestone, shale are types of which rocks? So these are types of sedimentary rocks. We already discussed that the sandstone are mechanically formed, while the limestone are mechanically formed, organically formed, and also chemically formed. Shale, we already discussed, the shale is mechanically formed sedimentary rock. The next practice question, and that is which is the most important process in the formation of sedimentary rock, and the process is lithification. And what do you understand by lithification? Lithification is the process of compaction of the sediments which are deposited by the process of weathering and erosion on igneous rock. Now now let's look at the rock cycle. You can see that the molten magma after cooling and solidification. In this picture, you have to see the magma ball. That magma under when magma cools and solidify, you can see it turns into igneous rock. And again, if igneous rock under the pressure, if it turns into molten magma, then it turns into magma first, and that again it cools and solidifies and turns into igneous rock. So igneous rock also turned into itself. Now, in the igneous rock, under the effect of weathering and erosion, you can see it turned into sediments, and these sediments, under the process of lithification, compacted and turned into sedimentary rock. And sedimentary rock is turned into metamorphic or sedimentary itself. You can see sedimentary rock, if also break into sediments, and these sediments again with the process or through the process of lithification turned into sedimentary rock. Sedimentary rock under the process of metamorphism turned into metamorphic rock, and metamorphism in which the rock reorganized, recrystallized in their original form, and under the effect of PVT it turned into metamorphic rock. Igneous rock also directly changed into metamorphic rock through the process of metamorphism. So it's somewhat the complex structure of the formation of rock, that how rocks are formed. This is rock cycle and it is very important for your exam. So this is all about chapter number 5, rocks and minerals. Students, you have to do this notes work in your copy. Thank you so much.